Ladies and gentlemen, there's a fundamental truth, simple yet profound, that must guide our actions. Be true to yourself. In a world that pulls us in 1,000 directions, this idea, though ancient, remains the cornerstone of a meaningful life. What does it mean to be true to yourself? It doesn't mean doing whatever you feel like or succumbing to the whims of your desires. It means orienting yourself toward what you know to be good, meaningful, and true despite the difficulty and resistance you may face. When you betray your values or act in contradiction to your potential, you create chaos not just within yourself, but also in the world around you. To avoid that chaos, you must pursue clarity, discipline, and honesty. Being true to yourself is not just about self-expression, it is about self-discovery and self-discipline. To be true to yourself is to commit to the hard, often uncomfortable process of growth and integrity. It means refusing to betray what you know is right, even when doing so would be easier. It's not a destination, but a continual journey, a struggle worth embracing. By staying true to yourself, you not only transform your own life, but also become a force for good in the world. So I challenge you today, do not look away from who you are or from who you could become. Seek the truth, face it bravely, and live by it. For in doing so, you will find both meaning and purpose. To live authentically and be true to yourself, you must begin by defining your values clearly. Values are the principles that guide your decisions, shape your character, and provide direction in your life. Without a clear understanding of what you stand for, you risk being pulled in every direction by external influences, leaving you adrift and uncertain. Defining your values is not a superficial exercise. It requires deep introspection and honesty about who you are and what truly matters to you. The process starts with asking fundamental questions. What do you believe is most important in life? What principles do you refuse to compromise on, even under pressure? These questions help uncover the core truths that should govern your actions. However, answering them is not always easy. It involves separating your authentic desires from the expectations others have placed on you. Society, family, and peers often impose values that may not align with your true self. To discern your values, you must have the courage to question these influences and determine which resonate with your deepest convictions. Once you identify your values, they act as a compass guiding you through the complexities of life. They help you prioritize and make decisions, especially in moments of uncertainty or conflict. For instance, if integrity is one of your core values, you will choose honesty even when lying's more convenient. If kindness is a value you hold dear, you will act with compassion even when it requires personal sacrifice. These decisions, though challenging, reinforce your sense of authenticity and self-respect. Clarity in your values also provides stability and resilience. Life is unpredictable and challenges are inevitable, but when you have a strong foundation of values, you remain anchored. Even in difficult times, you know who you are and what you stand for. This clarity allows you to navigate adversity without losing sight of your purpose. Defining your values is not a one-time task, it's an ongoing process. As you grow and encounter new experiences, your understanding of what matters may evolve. Regular reflection ensures that your values remain aligned with your current reality. The effort to define and live by your values is demanding, but it is also profoundly rewarding. It enables you to lead a life that is not only true to yourself, but also meaningful and fulfilling. Confronting the truth about who you are is one of the most challenging yet transformative acts you can undertake. It requires a willingness to face yourself honestly, without excuses, distortions, or the comforting illusions we often create to shield ourselves from discomfort. This process demands courage because it involves acknowledging both your strengths and your weaknesses, your achievements and your failures, your virtues and your flaws. It's about looking at yourself as you truly are, rather than as you wish to be or as others perceive you. To confront the truth about yourself, you must begin by letting go of defensiveness. It's natural to want to protect your ego and avoid feelings of inadequacy, but growth only happens when you embrace vulnerability. This means recognizing the areas where you fall short, the habits that hinder your progress, and the fears that hold you back. It's not about judging yourself harshly or drowning in guilt, but rather about seeing these aspects clearly so you can address them. Without this clarity, you risk stagnation as you can't fix what you refuse to acknowledge. Confronting the truth is not just about identifying your shortcomings. It's also about recognizing your potential and appreciating your unique qualities. Too often, people focus solely on their failures and neglect the strengths that could propel them forward. Being honest with yourself means seeing the full picture, understanding where you excel, what makes you valuable, and how you can build on those strengths to overcome challenges. This process requires introspection and a deliberate effort to silence external noise. Society, friends, and even family often project expectations onto us, shaping how we see ourselves. To truly understand who you are, you must strip away these influences and ask, what do I truly want? What drives me? What do I fear and why? This inner dialogue can be uncomfortable, but it is essential for authenticity. Importantly, confronting the truth about yourself is not a one-time event, but a continuous practice. As you grow and evolve, new aspects of yourself will emerge, and old beliefs may no longer serve you. By committing to regular self-reflection and honesty, you create a foundation for genuine self-improvement and fulfillment. This ongoing confrontation with truth is not easy, but it is the path to becoming the person you are meant to be. Accepting responsibility for your choices is a fundamental principle of personal growth and living authentically. It means recognizing that your life is, to a large extent, shaped by the decisions you make and the actions you take. While external factors and circumstances can influence outcomes, the choices you make in response to those circumstances are entirely your own. To accept responsibility is to take ownership of your role in creating the life you live, both the successes and the failures. This process begins with an honest evaluation of your decisions and their consequences. It requires you to step back and examine how your actions have led to the current state of your life. This isn't about assigning blame to yourself for every negative outcome, but rather about acknowledging your part in situations where your choices played a role. It's easy to point fingers at others or at external conditions when things go wrong, but such deflection only prevents you from learning and growing. Taking responsibility, on the other hand, empowers you to identify mistakes, learn from them, and make better choices in the future. Accepting responsibility also extends to the way you handle your emotions and reactions. While you cannot always control what happens to you, you can control how you respond. If you find yourself repeatedly reacting in ways that harm your relationships or undermine your goals, it's crucial to recognize that those reactions are within your power to change. Shifting blame to others for making you feel or forcing you to act in certain ways only perpetuates a cycle of avoidance and stagnation. This practice is not just about owning up to failures, it's also about recognizing the agency you have in your successes. When you take responsibility for your achievements, you reinforce your belief in your ability to influence your life. This fosters confidence and encourages you to continue striving for your goals. Accepting responsibility for your choices is an act of maturity and accountability. It shifts your mindset from that of a passive victim of circumstances to an active participant in your own life. This shift is liberating because it places the power for change squarely in your hands. Instead of waiting for circumstances to improve, you begin taking deliberate actions to create the life you want. This acceptance isn't easy, as it demands humility and self-awareness, but it is an essential step toward living a meaningful and authentic life. Aligning your actions with your intentions is a cornerstone of living authentically and achieving meaningful progress in life. It means ensuring that what you do reflects what you genuinely want to accomplish and who you strive to be. When there is harmony between your intentions and actions, you create a sense of integrity and clarity that fosters personal growth and strengthens your relationships with others. Conversely, when your actions contradict your intentions, it creates inner conflict, undermines your self-confidence, and diminishes trust. To align actions with intentions, you must first have a clear understanding of your intentions. These are not just vague desires or fleeting whims, but purposeful goals and values that you have consciously chosen. Intentions are rooted in what you find meaningful, whether that is cultivating strong relationships, excelling in your career, improving your health, or contributing to a cause greater than yourself. Once you've clarified these intentions, they serve as a guide for your daily decisions and behaviors. However, good intentions alone are not enough. Many people set lofty goals or express noble aspirations but fail to follow through with consistent action. This misalignment often stems from procrastination, distractions, or fear of failure. To bridge the gap between intention and action, you must develop discipline and focus. This involves prioritizing tasks that align with your goals and eliminating habits or behaviors that detract from your purpose. For example, if your intention is to build a healthier lifestyle, your actions should include exercising regularly, eating nutritious meals, and getting sufficient rest, not just thinking about these things. Consistency is key in this process. Even small, deliberate actions taken regularly can create momentum and bring your intentions to life. It's also important to remain adaptable and evaluate your actions periodically to ensure they are still aligned with your evolving intentions. Sometimes life circumstances or new insights may require you to adjust your approach while staying true to your core goals. Aligning actions with intentions also requires accountability. This means being honest with yourself about whether you're truly doing what you said you would. It might involve keeping a journal, seeking feedback from trusted friends, or setting measurable benchmarks to track your progress. By holding yourself accountable, you reinforce the connection between your intentions and your actions, building trust in your own ability to live authentically and purposefully. This alignment, while challenging, is a powerful way to create a life that reflects your true self and values. Resisting the temptation to conform is an essential act of authenticity and self-preservation in a world that often pressures individuals to fit into predefined molds. Conformity is seductive because it offers the comfort of acceptance, the illusion of safety, and the avoidance of conflict. Yet, succumbing to this temptation comes at a significant cost: the loss of your individuality, autonomy, and the chance to live a life that is truly your own. To resist conformity is to stand firm in your values and beliefs, even when doing so invites criticism, rejection, or isolation. The pressure to conform comes from many sources: society, culture, family, peers, and even the workplace. These forces often operate subtly, influencing decisions about how you dress, what you believe, and how you behave. It is easy to follow the crowd, to adopt opinions without question, or to compromise your values in the name of fitting in. However, every act of conformity that contradicts your true self erodes your sense of integrity and diminishes your confidence in your ability to make independent choices. Resisting conformity begins with self-awareness. You must understand your own principles, priorities, and identity. This requires introspection and the courage to question external influences. Ask yourself, are my actions and beliefs truly my own, or have I adopted them because they are popular or expected? This process helps you distinguish between what feels authentic and what is merely an attempt to appease others. Resisting the pull of conformity also demands courage. It takes strength to stand apart from the crowd, to voice an unpopular opinion, or to pursue a path that others do not understand. The fear of being judged or ostracized can be overwhelming, but it is essential to remember that living inauthentically for the sake of approval will never bring genuine satisfaction or fulfillment. True belonging comes not from conforming, but from being accepted for who you truly are. Building resilience against conformity requires developing a strong sense of purpose and surrounding yourself with people who respect and support your individuality. When you align your actions with your values and seek meaningful connections rather than superficial approval, the need to conform diminishes. Resisting conformity is not about rebellion for its own sake. It is about honoring your unique identity and making choices that reflect your genuine self, even in the face of external pressure. Pursuing the highest good you can envision is a call to orient your life toward a purpose that transcends mere comfort or superficial success. It means striving for a life of meaning, excellence, and virtue by aiming at what is truly valuable and worthwhile. This pursuit requires both vision and effort, as it challenges you to rise above mediocrity, confront your limitations, and continually refine your character in the service of something greater than yourself. The journey begins with identifying what the highest good means to you. This is not always obvious and requires deep reflection. For some, it might involve creating a loving family or building a career that serves others. For others, it could mean contributing to their community, fostering creativity, or pursuing spiritual growth. Whatever it is, the highest good should resonate with your values and inspire you to become the best version of yourself. Importantly, it must be rooted in principles that are enduring and universal, rather than fleeting desires or selfish ambitions. Once you have a vision of the highest good, you must take deliberate steps to move toward it. This requires setting meaningful goals and breaking them down into achievable actions. The pursuit is rarely straightforward. It often involves obstacles, sacrifices, and setbacks. Yet, it is in facing these challenges that you grow. Each time you choose to persevere rather than give up, you strengthen your character and deepen your connection to your purpose. The pursuit itself becomes a transformative process, shaping you into someone capable of achieving your vision. Pursuing the highest good also involves a commitment to ethical and moral integrity. It is not just about achieving success, but doing so in a way that aligns with your principles and contributes positively to others. This broader perspective ensures that your efforts not only fulfill your personal aspirations, but also make a meaningful impact on the world. It reminds you that the highest good is rarely an individual endeavor. It often involves collaboration, service, and a sense of responsibility toward others. This pursuit demands a balance of ambition and humility. It requires you to aim high without arrogance, to acknowledge your imperfections, and to strive for constant improvement. By dedicating yourself to the highest good you can envision, you create a life of purpose, authenticity, and fulfillment, becoming a source of inspiration and a force for positive change in the process. In the end, being true to yourself is not about perfection, nor is it about chasing an ideal that others have set for you. It's about living with integrity, embracing your unique strengths and imperfections, and aligning your life with what truly matters to you. It's about making choices that reflect your values, taking responsibility for your path, and striving toward the highest good you can envision, even when it's difficult. When you are true to yourself, you create a life of authenticity, courage, and purpose, a life that is uniquely yours. And in doing so, you not only bring meaning to your own existence, but inspire others to do the same. So I urge you, take the time to know yourself, stand firm in your truth, and let that truth guide your actions every day. For when you are true to yourself, you not only honor who you are, but also contribute your most authentic self to the world, a gift only you can offer.